to Hairflips and Layups weekly podcast, where we take a bunch of average Joes and mash up pop culture, sports, and we combine to get an awesome point of view. Our regular panelist this week is Double D, Mecca.
What up, what up?
And after a long absence, we welcome back Hipster, Misty.
How's it going? Drink your dessert wines.
All right, and of course, 150, Neil. Say what's up to the peeps.
Papa Zow! Papa Zow!
Fantasy football expert, Russell.
What's up?
All right, let's just jump.
Goose. I'm the goose.
Let's just jump right into the show with our quick strike question. And this week's quick strike question is, who is your favorite athlete endorser? It has to be contemporary, so none of that old school stuff. It has to be someone in the now. Who wants to go first?
Wait, what is your question?
Your favorite athlete endorser, like the athlete who endorses multiple products or just one product that you think is, whether he has an awesome commercial or he just has that charisma. We don't know. So, Russell, you want to lead us off?
I can't think of anybody right now. What's his name from the Clippers?
Blake.
Blake Griffin.
Yeah. See, that's actually a really good choice. He has comedic timing, doesn't he?
Well, he does what? Nike and what? The GameFly?
Kias or whatever that car is.
Yeah, he does a bunch of Kia shit.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, 150?
Man, I don't know. Ryan Lochte, does he have a show?
He has a show.
I think he was playing James Harden.
Does he endorse anything though?
No, except for
So, you know what? No, that's right. Russell just reminded me. My boy James Harden and Steph. Those commercials, fuck, they take the shit out of me, man. That's the shit right there. I actually spent money. I spent $1 and bought the James Harden. I wanted to support his singing.
Hipster, who you got?
What's his name? Russell already took mine. I was thinking of Ryan Lochte, actually.
Wait, but what does Ryan Lochte endorse?
It's just the whole premise of the show is what would Ryan Lochte do, and that's
His body.
His body. Carried by his example, and I try to instill a lot of him in my life, and I always ask myself, and these situations where these major decisions happen, I always ask, what would Ryan Lochte do? So,
I just think that you have a crush on him.
Maybe. I mean,
Seriously.
I do too. So don't worry about it.
Who does it?
Yeah, that's my point exactly. Double D.
I mean, come on, man. I have to go with my boy. Come on, Dwight, get some rebounds. I'm about to be in the commercial with Magic and Dr. J. That's
Who's that?
Charles Barkley, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, but it's kind of hard to see what he's actually endorsing. He's just a spokesman for TNT.
I mean, he's got it, man. Ever since he wasn't a role model. Ever since he declared that he was a role model.
He's more of a spokesman, but you know who I think my choice is, and he's kind of, I think his commercials are funny. I don't know if he's a good person to do or not, but Peyton Manning.
Yeah, he actually does good.
Yeah, he owns a bunch of Papa John's. That's why he's doing a lot of those Papa John spots.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he owns.
Yeah, he does.
Big part of the franchise, so they're using his namesake to promote some of the stuff.
But he actually, I think there's research that shows that he actually does sell, like stuff that he actually endorses. He actually does have his putting his endorsement on things actually does have a significant impact.
Remember that your commercial? Reroute, call Papa Bear.
That means that Vernon Davis is on the up and up too, because he opened up a Jamba Juice a couple of blocks from the future site of the 49ers stadium. So
what? Where?
Some Jamba Juices, and I love to bet Jamba Juice bets when it really matters.
Wow, everyone, that's breaking news courtesy of Hipster. Vernon Davis.
We're going to the stadium. I didn't know there were Jamba Juice opened up around there.
Yeah, you should look up it.
Other than the one at the Mercado.
It's all over his Twitter feed, and yeah.
That's actually pretty interesting. So I guess everyone's had their quick strike, right? Let's move on to the next segment, which we started last week, which is the shot bet segment. So we're going to start counting out or count who owns what shots based on the votes that we based on the bets, which was who will win between Seattle and the Niners, and what was the other one?
The Canelo fight. Will Canelo and
No, that's a side bet. That's a side bet. Oh, and the fantasy football bet. So I'll start us off by saying I lost to, and I'm not gonna be sad about it because I lost to a fantasy football expert, Russell. So there's no shame. There's no shame at all for me to say I lost to a better football mind. So that's one shot for me. I got the Seattle and Niners bet right, so that's no. And I lost the Mayweather and Canelo, so I owe 2 shots this week. Mecca, how many shots do you owe?
From this week alone, I don't owe any shots, but from the previous week, the week that I lost in fantasy football.
Okay, so that's one shot. That's one shot for you. 150.
I lost to that fucker Glenn.
Okay, so that's one shot for you. And to make everything easier, when I was watching the podcast from last week, people were confused as to when we should take shots. So we'll all take it at the same time this week. Russell, what about you?
I think I lost last week, and I thought I took it last week.
I don't think so. So we'll count that.
I think I reshot then.
We'll count last week's loss against you. You won this week. What about and you got the Seattle bet right?
I got the Seattle bet correct.
Okay, so you owe 1 shot this week. And hipster?
Yo!
He should just take an initiation shot.
You have to take an initiation shot. So everyone, pour your drinks. I have mine right here.
Mine's here.
Neil?
What is that, wine? We don't do shots of wine.
I also have my chaser here, so
Don't need no chaser.
I have 2 shots to take, so I have to be careful. Come on, Neil, we gotta speed things up.
Put up your Jello shot.
All right, so this is my first shot. Since I have to take 2, I'm gonna take it right now. Cheers, guys.
I have to take 1.
Good night.
This is the Niners loss.
Okay, so let's set up for next week's
But they'll never again.
next week's shot bet question. And I think we should take a vote. I think we had a question set up, but just in case people didn't want to go with that, does anyone have a proposed bet for next week? Mecca.
He disappeared.
Okay, so Mecca just went offline. We'll wait for him to return. But in the meantime, to move things on, we'll just go with Neil's question. Oh, he's back. So, Mec, the question that's being posed right now. All right, cheers. The question being posed right now, if you have problems, can you hear us?
Did you take your second shot?
Not yet, not yet. I want to set up the next week's first. Hey, Mecca. Mec.
What's up?
Mec.
What's up?
So,
No chaser.
So, based on last week's dissent from you, you wanted to pose a question on next week's shot bet question? Remember, you didn't agree with the fact that, you know, we needed to streamline the process, but to make it fair, we wanted you to throw a question out where you think would be good for us to, I guess, predict the outcome so we can take.
Oh no, actually no. I was saying because everyone was kind of picking. It was like we just had one game to pick from.
Well, how about you pick, because it's hard to keep track of who picks what. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So
Um,
we'll pose a question for next week, and then we'll take
well, it wasn't really a question, right? It was a game or a few games.
well, it doesn't matter. It's wherever we can possibly take a shot from.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, my
while
feeling
you're
was,
thinking about that,
huh?
no, I said while you're thinking about that, two of our regulars aren't on the show today that lost. I'm gonna call her out. The captain owes a shot, as well as Angelo. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. When they join us again, they will still owe their shots.
Actually, on last week's show, see, and I'm a man of my word. I said if Angelo was wrong, I would take his shot, and I'm gonna take his shot right now.
Wrong. Can you give some background?
So
Does
Mac,
matter, man?
Is there some context?
What?
he just wants to take shots. Just let him.
I know that's a.
I said because remember he said he might not be on the show for a while because he's gonna be in Japan and shit.
Uh-huh.
So I said I would take his shot.
Oh, okay, awesome. Take a shot. That's my dog. Hey, Neil, I'll take it with you. This is shot number 2 for me. All right, shot number 2 for my honorable defeat to the fantasy champ or the fantasy expert Russell. All right, Mecca, what's the question for next week?
Well, will the Raiders lose? Will they lose by 10 or 20?
That's
That's a legitimate question.
I mean,
So they play the Broncos.
so the over/under is what, 20?
I said
With the over
25.
for the Raiders Broncos game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How bad will they lose? By 10 or 20?
I said 25, 24.5 over under.
So are you telling me the Raiders are gonna get the ass spanked?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's go with that then. Raiders and Broncos.
Monday night.
By how much? By how much?
10 or 20? Pick one or the other.
When it has to work, over and under.
Alright, fine. Over under. Pick a number then.
Said 24.5.
Okay.
Let's
24.5.
make it 19.5. So it's if they win by 20 and over, or 20 and or 19 and under.
Less.
That's better.
Broncos under.
Under.
It's gonna be under. It's a rivalry game.
All right, let's make sure that we have this all settled. So, Mecca, Broncos under.
Yeah.
Well, wait, no, we know the Raiders are. You're just gonna take over under. I mean, we know the Broncos gonna win.
Well, I mean, what if they end up losing? Does everyone take a shot then?
Yeah, I mean, you guys. Well, yeah, no, yeah, you do. You do have to take a shot then.
If they end up, so which means you don't.
We
If
take
the-
2 shots?
No
I'm
matter
gonna
if
you're gonna have to go out
the
on a
Raiders
limb,
win, we all deserve to lose.
No, I'm staying with my team. I'm picking the Raiders to win. I'm picking the Raiders to win.
Wow, that's tough.
This mango sticky rice is really good.
There's no over or under. I'm picking the Raiders to win. What about you, Misty?
The other
Broncos
question
over or under?
is how many touchdowns will Peyton have against them? 7, 4, 10?
Stop making your own question. Just
Seriously.
Just answer the question.
Under.
Broncos
over. Double shot over.
Neil over. Okay, Neil Broncos over. Russell.
Double
Under.
shot.
It's down, right, Kim?
Under.
Yeah, I got it. Russell under. So I'm the only one who picked the Raiders, huh? All right, ride or die. Ride or die, but ride or die.
So if they lose, no matter what, you're gonna take a shot.
I normally take shots anyways, win, lose, or draw, so I really think it's irrelevant what my picks are. Let's recap here. We have Mecca, Broncos under. Myself, the Raiders. Think Run DMC is going to have a breakthrough game. He's also my fantasy running back, so that'll be good for me. Misty, Broncos over? Was that over, Misty, or under?
Under.
Under. And Nils Bronk over, Russell under. All right, so we got that straightened out. You guys are ready to take your shots next week, and don't forget Connie and Angela. Well,
I say over. Scratch mine, over.
all right, Missy,
hell?
over. And don't forget Connie, who is absent today, still owes us a shot from last week's show. So we can move on to the next segment, and this week was brought to you by
The letter A.
Robert Mondavi. Pull up the wine, Missy. That the segment was brought to us by Robert Mondavi, the finest wines in Napa Valley.
Dessert wine. Dessert wine.
Dessert wine. All right.
And Samsung phones.
All right.
Thank you, David.
Is this new? Because if we have a sponsor, I want to get a cut of that check.
Yeah, we're kind of hoping that we get them as a sponsor one day.
All right, let's move on to our next segment. We usually follow this up with the Captain's Corner, but unfortunately, she's probably watching Dancing with the Stars. So let's just move on.
Survivor and Big Brother.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's a big night for CBS, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's just move on to our news and notes segment of the show. And the first item up is, again, the Athletics are running into sewage problems again. So apparently, raw sewage seeped through the clubhouse. Did anyone hear about this?
Oh, that's news to me.
Well, it was into the dugout, actually, I thought.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, the dugout. Yeah, you're right, the dugout. They still need a new stadium, guys. They need a new stadium bad.
They do.
Hey, you know who I feel sorry for? The O.co. That's the actual sponsor of the stadium. Normally, I don't care about naming rights, but I think these guys actually got the shorter end of the stick.
They're literally getting shit on.
Well, it's an overstocked stadium or something, I guess.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
They need a new stadium. They gotta rebuild that place.
That's a big conversation for a show in itself.
It needs an overhaul.
Gilbert Arenas.
Go to Santa Clara.
Remember Gilbert Arenas?
Yeah, 8-0.
So apparently he's been invited to the Clippers training camp for this upcoming season. Do you guys still think he has something left in the tank?
Hell no, Cole.
Still wait and see. Who knows?
Hell no.
Did Chauncey Billups get cut?
No, he's not a team anymore.
Oh, he went back to Detroit, right? Or something?
Yeah, he got traded out. Or
I think the Clippers they try to have like a veteran player on their team. Although I don't think Gilbert Arenas is that guy.
Yeah, but Gilbert is not that veteran presence. But they're still pretty stacked though. So
they still have Jamal Crawford and who else is on that bench? Karan Taylor and all them folks.
I don't know if Jamal's the guy either.
So you guys don't think he has anything left in the tank to be a regular contributor, even off the bench?
Wasn't he like dominating like China?
Was he?
Yeah, I think he was dominating China, fool.
Dude, I can dominate China. I just go to the nearest park and look for the tiniest guys and be like, hey, you want to play one?
Let see the size of Yao Ming, man.
Yeah, a lot of those Chinese are actually eating a lot of growth hormones in the fake chicken that we're importing to them. So they're getting a lot bigger now. But Agent Zero, I think he's done. I don't think he's even gonna make the team. If anything, it's just gonna be a little nice publicity for Donald Sterling. So another point guard, Jason Kidd. He's getting his number retired by the Brooklyn Nets.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thoughts? Thoughts?
No thoughts. I'm just wondering why his number's not being retired with the Mavericks also.
I actually agree with you, and I was about to point that out because if any team are going to retire his number, it should be the Mavericks.
Yeah, because that's the team that drafted him first.
And he won a title.
That's the team he won a title with.
Yep.
Well,
But
you know, if you think about it, he does own part of the team, so maybe that was his first executive decision to retire his own number.
you know what?
That could be true.
The thing with the Nets are that they're marketing geniuses. That so they know their opportunities to capitalize on publicity. They already have that set. So I think that's a big part of it. But he won the title with the Mavericks. He got drafted by the Mavericks. That should be the team to retire his number. But how many people get their number retired by two separate teams? You guys know?
No, man.
No, I never heard of that.
Mike Jordan.
Oh, the Miami team retired 23, right?
Yeah, Mike actually got retired by Miami too because Pat Riley's
yeah.
on his nuts.
But
What?
Michael
yeah,
Jordan.
Miami retired
Michael,
23.
Isn't it kind of awkward to retire his number if he's coaching them now? So that's out, right?
no, he's not coaching him.
No, not.
Yeah,
not
he is.
yeah, he is.
Jason
No,
Kidd
He's
is.
the coach.
Jason Kidd.
Yeah. Do you know that?
Jason Kidd is the head coach.
Yeah.
So it would be kind of awkward to retire that number, that team.
No, it wouldn't be awkward.
Why would it be awkward though?
No, it wouldn't be
What's
awkward.
awkward in
The
this
father is the
conversation?
guy.
All right, let's just move on. Next topic. Tim Tebow rally fails in Jacksonville. Did you guys
Timmy,
hear?
that's my boy Timmy.
23 people plus one baby attended a rally behind Tim Tebow. 23 people and one baby. Kind of sad.
23 men and a baby.
Is Tebow mania officially over, guys?
I hope so.
No, it's not. Mark my words, it's not. As long as he's a healthy young man that can still play, then it's not over. I'm serious.
When you say that he's a healthy young man, what does that
Somebody's going to sign him to do something, as long as he changes position.
He's not gonna change his position, and the Tebow mania will live on.
As long as he's a healthy young man who's not willing to change his position. Lindsey Hunter joins the Warriors bench as an assistant coach. Did you guys hear about this?
Yeah, really?
That's news to me.
Yeah. So apparently the Warriors needed to replace Mike Malone, who left for the Kings, right? No.
Yeah. Is
So
he
maybe Lindsey Hunter wants the job with the Kings.
Is he an X's and O guy though?
I really don't know his coaching history. He was briefly with the Phoenix Suns, but I don't know what that really.
I knew he was with the Suns, but I don't know anything.
All I know is a couple years he'll be working for the Kings in some capacity.
That's what I said. I said unless he wants a job with really wants a job with the Kings. But maybe this is a conversation for another day. But how come it seems like with basketball especially, a lot of pro players seem to move quickly into like the pro coaching game rather than like in football. Typically, people work their way up, right, from like junior college or whatever, coaching like little teams here and there. But it seems like in basketball, there's always like a much quicker jump. Like pros just stay with coaching pros, and like college people just stay with coaching college.
Well, it depends on who it is, right?
Is it
Like, look at Patrick Ewing. He still hasn't found a head coaching gig yet, right?
Yeah, but he never really like started from the bottom though. He like went straight into like being an assistant on a pro team.
Yeah, but you have like
but that's how some of the teams start. Some of the guys start. Even Kareem is still not a head coach, and he's been coaching for a while.
Kareem.
Yeah, but I think it's different because a lot of times these guys don't necessarily have aspirations to become coaches. Like Kareem, he's more of he develops big men, right? So that's kind of like what his specialty is.
No, I think he wants to be a head coach.
Does he?
Yeah, he's expressed interest. I think they've all expressed interest. But I think with basketball, the I think there's so much like respect to their like old like players gravitate to players that play the game, and they have that, so it's easier for people to transition into a basketball head coach than like a football head coach. Plus, they're more I don't know. I'm just thinking like players are more versatile, so they know each of the positions. No, unlike like a football player doesn't really know, like if he's a quarterback, he might not understand what the.
Oh no, hold your thought. We have a special guest who joined us. The High Life himself.
Thank you.
Dan, say what's up?
What's going on?
What up?
What's up?
Papa Zhao.
So Neil was we're talking about head coaches in the NBA, and Neil's actually just breaking down what differentiates the NBA from NFL in terms of where the coaches move laterally.
Okay.
No, I kind of agree with what Neil is saying, where these players just know one position. They don't know how to manage the teams yet. They only manage whatever's in their group.
You know what I think? This is my personal opinion is that basketball is more of a progressive sport, and there's easier thing. I mean, you can change easier. You can make changes easier than football.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of it. So
it's all about game management on football. You got to know the offense and defense, how to recruit, what players fit your offense, what players fit your defense.
Okay, so let's move on to the next topic. The big news of the day: Trent Richardson was traded to the Colts for a 2014 draft pick. You guys, what are the implications of this with your fantasy team as well as just in general?
In general,
I can tell you what the 2014 year, they're getting ready for the first draft pick.
What?
They're getting ready for the future quarterback.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The Browns already expressed interest in Manziel already.
No way.
They're dropping this guy for their future quarterback. It's pretty obvious.
They could probably keep him and get a future quarterback.
Yeah. Seriously.
The logic thing I heard someplace where with North Turner, I think Trent Richardson doesn't match the style of running back he needs to run that offense. And if they're looking at Willis McGahee to take over, that fits that type of style.
Yeah, you fucker. I saw you pick up Willis McGahee, you motherfucker.
Hey, that's why he's a fantasy expert.
There you go.
Well, I'll tell you how it affects my fantasy team. Because I just picked up that motherfucker Ahmad Bradshaw, and then fucking now he's second string again.
Hey, I have him on my other team, so I feel your pain.
Yeah, but I just traded for him. I traded, Witten for him.
Jason Witten for him, right?
Yeah.
That was a lopsided.
All right, Neil got screwed over big time. The next topic, I don't know much about this, but rumors that Barnes is killing Iguodala. Neil, can you elaborate on this?
Yeah, that Peter Vesey is saying that in practices, what's his name? Harrison Barnes is like killing. Like, he's killing Clay, he's killing Andre Iguodala in practices, and then
really,
Tim Kawakami was just like interviewing Andre the other day, and Andre was like saying like, no, I'm just working on some other things, so he's getting killed.
Wow.
Andre Iguodala.
Well, what are the implications heading into the new season, man? With Harrison maybe becoming a sixth man, but he's up and comer. What
the hell was that? Was somebody slurping or something?
Misty, stop slurping.
Stop eating, Misty.
No, it's not me, for sure.
This segment is sponsored by Cocoa Pebbles.
You have to end the segment with the sponsorship, Neil. You don't just bring it up in mid segment. guys think Iggy will head to the bench eventually, though, if Harrison actually does start performing and actually proves his worth?
For real, I think so. I think he needs to go to the bench. He's got to use that, like, he's got to use experience with the second team, you know?
Are you talking about Iguodala or are you talking about Barnes?
No, Iguodala. I mean, I think, you know, when with how he was with the U.S. team, it was like he came in and he filled in the need that the team needed, and that's what I think that's what he needs to do. I mean, if they're gonna bench anybody, I wish they would bench what's his name, my boy or
Clang.
Yeah, get rid of Clang.
I wish they brought back the guy with the best tan in the world and the nicest gelled hair, the Latvian nightmare.
That was a great tan.
All right, okay, the next story is actually pretty interesting. According to Deadspin, the Birdman was catfished. For those who don't know what catfishing is, it's an elaborate kind of scheme online where usually the guy falls victim to a suitor who doesn't necessarily exist. Is the Birdman that desperate to have been catfished?
Have you read the story? Have you guys read that? What happened?
No, I haven't heard about it. This is BCB.
You bring us up to speed.
All right, so apparently there's this girl, this Canadian, that was impersonating the Birdman, and she was trying to pick this lady. She was trying to pick up underage women, and apparently underage girl hooked up with the Birdman. And the underage girl's mom started extorting the Birdman.
Wow.
And then when it came out, it was the way they met was basically this lady, this Canadian lady was pimping the Birdman, and dude, it's just some crazy fucked up story.
Damn, entrapment.
Is it legit?
Supposedly they're getting they're arresting the lady or something like that.
Where did you get this
Can't
from?
believe it was out of the foil.
But
It's been actually got it from another news agency. So.
It's crazy.
Right. Have you guys ever watched that MTV show Catfish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
I think it's all set up though. I think it's all fake, man.
No, it's real.
How would you know?
I don't know.
I mean, unless you know someone that was on it, it's pretty tough to say.
No, but I know where one of the houses is, where they filmed a guy.
I hear a voice, but I don't see a face.
Just Stanton eating.
Sponsored by Chipotle.
Damn, you guys, I'm hungry.
I mean,
Hey, Shirley, can you elaborate on that, please?
There's a home in San Francisco near a local high school where one of the scenes, or where they met one of the guys from Catfish, I guess.
And does the guy
I was like, what is this, catch a predator?
Because, I mean, you can set up anything nowadays.
That's true.
There's a guy, just so you know, there's a guy in Albuquerque, New Mexico, that gives tours now around the Breaking Bad movie, or the Breaking Bad show. He gives tours, and people pay him. And he gives tours around Albuquerque for different locations where the movie was. And the movie's not even filmed in Albuquerque.
Catfish.
But it's set in Albuquerque, and this guy makes money off of people who come around to see where the show gets.
Yeah, didn't they do that for Seinfeld also? The Seinfeld tour?
Exactly. Seinfeld the same thing.
That Albuquerque dude sounds like me with fantasy football and baseball, trying to talk, selling people, selling an injured Reggie Bush.
So I mean, it's not too. I don't know. I believe some of them are real legit, but they of course have to spice it up to make it more interesting.
Well, before we go on, that was the fiance to the High Life, Shirley. What's up, Shirley?
Woo woo.
What up?
Um, hey, let's not forget before we move on. The biggest victim of the catfish, Mante Teo.
Hi, Montar.
Is he on a team right now?
He's
With the San Diego Chargers.
Chargers.
How's he doing?
Hurt.
He has to play.
He's hurt.
Evaluate.
Has he found his girl?
Someone in Irvine. Oh.
Hey, Kim, before I go on, say what's up to Leslie. From Lisa. Lisa says what's up to Leslie.
Oh.
Here's this house.
Okay.
Is that Cowboy Mark?
Alright, continue on.
Babe, if you're around, Neil said what's up.
But
Okay. So that ends the segment of the news and notes. Do we have any sponsors for this? That particular segment? Might throw something up. Chipotle.
iOS 7.
Bottle of water or something.
Very good.
Neil, hey guys, we don't want to water down our brand. So
Seriously, man.
the big
Hey,
endorsement.
it ain't our fault that everyone wants to sponsor us.
We sell out in an instance, right? We sell out every opportunity we get. I agree with that.
If you flash money in front of me, just tell me how high you want me to jump. Whose dick you want to suck?
Did you say who's blah 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 I can suck?
I was talking about you.
All right. Let's you know what? Let's transition to we usually have the captain's corner right now, but does anyone have any relevant stories of celebrities and the sports world for this segment? Or did you guys, off the top of your head, do you guys know what's going on?
Well, I think the whole Mayweather, like the whole meat topic, is gonna be we can talk about the boxing match and the celebrities that were in attendance.
All right, cool. So let's just.
I got one. Miley Cyrus, was that guy Liam Hemsworth broke up with Miley Cyrus today, was caught kissing another girl. Some Spanish singer named something Gonzalez.
Oh, wait to be racist, Misty. Some Spanish girl, and her name happened to be Gonzalez. Okay.
And he told Miley Cyrus he can keep the engagement ring as a memento of their love.
Ew.
Give that man a medal.
You know what? This is my 2 cents on that. My 2 cents. I think Liam is too good for Miley. He's a heartthrob in his own right. He has a bright
Yeah.
Thank you, Shirley. And Miley is
The
just
brother of Thor.
Miley's just a wrecking ball. She's just a wrecking ball.
Oh, you did!
He is a wrecking ball.
No pun intended.
You went there.
Stock's going down. So my hat is off to Liam Hemsworth, who happens to be Thor's brother. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. So he has a bright future. He picked the Spanish Gonzalez.
Plus, he's part of the Hunger Games franchise.
Whatever her name is.
I have to disagree. I think Miley Cyrus
Oh no, here we go.
is awesome. When her album comes out, I believe October 8th, that'll be the first purchase.
So you're a team Miley, Neil?
Huh?
It's gonna be a wrecking ball.
Miley?
What was that?
You're a team Miley?
Actually, I'm Team Selena Gomez.
Or
just
I'm gonna say you can't jump ships and be team Miley. Just so you know,
I support.
everyone that's part of Hairflips and Layups tries to how you put it, identify with one pop star.
Hey, Mecca, we jump on the youngest bones. Remember that.
Oh.
Come here.
Dakota Fanning.
You know what? Neil, I'm gonna have to say this. Dakota
Abigail
Fanning's
Breslin.
gonna be a beautiful woman when she grows up. She's gonna be a beautiful woman when she grows up.
No, that's my house. Oh, from a listener, from one of the Q&A sessions, somebody says that Miley Cyrus is going to be the next E.T. wig girl, a la Amanda Bynes.
Where's her wig?
I don't know. Maybe she'll get it after she throws the bong out the window or the vase or whatever.
All right. Hey, Miss, did you have another piece of nugget that you want to share with us?
Another one? That's all I got.
That's all you got. All right. Let's just start beating the meat then, right? This week's topic is the Mayweather and Canelo fight. Did anyone see? Before we say anything, wanted to point out that the High Life himself happened to be in Sin City during the weekend of the fight.
Yes, I was.
How was the atmosphere there? Did you get a chance to rub elbows with some of the celebrities that were in attendance?
No, I did not. I didn't want to like accidentally elbow them in the face.
I would have done that to Magic.
It was a big night. Did you just go to Vegas for the hell of it, or did you actually go for the sake of like the actual fight, like to schedule it? During the same weekend.
I was gonna go to the fight, but it was like 100 just to watch it on closed circuit. So I was like,
really?
Yeah, 100.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Who was charging that much?
MGM.
Holy snaps!
So I ended up not even going. I was just following the fight on Twitter.
There you have it, folks. Hairflips and layups.
Yes.
We don't follow the events, but we follow it on Twitter because we're too cheap.
But let me get
Watch
this
it on
one.
closed circuit TV.
You couldn't get into the MGM or what?
Frick,
I don't
the
know.
UFC fights, it's cheaper to get in.
I didn't want to go through all the traffic just to be standing around.
Because I heard there was a lot of people there. Like even like the whole celebrity thing. Like some celebrities couldn't even get like the ringside seats. Like there were celebrities spotted like sitting like way out. Like it was just insane.
Hey, did any of you guys see the fight?
I did.
I saw it.
So Shirley, can you give us like a brief? I guess there was a Bieber sighting. Like, what exactly does that entail?
Oh, there's plenty of Bieber sightings.
Who cares about Bieber?
Wait. Does Bieber have a
Oh,
sleeve?
that's poo-poo.
Does Bieber have a full sleeve now?
I think so. It looked like it, but they didn't really focus on him. When he stood, or when the fight was over, he stood next to Mayweather. They zoomed away from him, or like zoomed in so they wouldn't look at him.
They don't know what sells. They don't know what sells.
Yeah, he's just a cunt.
Oh,
He's money. He's money.
Fighting words.
Don't say that about Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, I have a clip that was on Hollywood Battle. They made a song about him.
The fantasy football expert has a bone to pick with the Beebs.
Throw it down, big man. Throw it down.
Hey, all I know, he better not be Robin in the next Superman and Batman.
So apparently, and this is what I read. I didn't watch it because I didn't want to spend money on pay-per-view, and I didn't want to follow it on Twitter. But apparently, Mayweather came out with not only Justin Bieber, but also Lil Wayne, and Lil Wayne performed a milli while he was going up to ringside with Mayweather.
Did he really do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, based on my sources,
I called that out before the fight. I was like, well, if he's walking in with Lil Wayne, he's probably going to sing a milli.
Yeah, and apparently that's what happened. But those aren't the two superstars or the two stars in attendance. Just to give you guys a sample, some of the people that showed up was Seth MacFarlane.
P. Diddy.
Oh yeah, P. Diddy, Mike Tyson.
Is it Owen Wilson or Luke Wilson, the one with the crooked nose?
Owen.
Yeah, he was there behind P. Diddy.
Hey, is it just me or is Luke Wilson getting fatter and fatter?
I guess, yeah.
He's a character actor. He's just wait for a role. Leave him alone.
Hey, Mecca, he's the Godfather, remember?
Who?
The Godfather, Luke Wilson.
Oh yeah.
The Godfather. Also, Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson was there.
Was
Denzel
Mark
Washington.
Wahlberg there?
Marky
Mark
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's usually at all the fights.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Yeah,
about
he's usually at the fights.
I also had to throw it out there, since we were talking about his beefiness earlier. Liam Hemsworth.
Liam Hemsworth was there.
He was also there. Heidi Klum. Heidi Klum was there.
Yeah, Denzel Washington was there.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of a mini Super Bowl.
But that's what I was actually wondering. I was kind of like thinking to myself, like, at fights like these, a lot of like big celebrities make the effort to fly out, get the big seats, pay big money to be like right there. I mean, and this is boxing that supposedly is quote unquote like on the downward, like pretty much on the out. And you don't really see these many celebrities even in basketball championship games where supposedly they're more visible to more people. Those boxing fights are more like pay-per-view folks and people who actually like, I mean, it generates a buzz, but I don't know, I kind of like don't really get it because I'm pretty sure they're not promoting anything, but they just want to be there.
Because it just happens once in a while.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I think that's why. I mean, there's so many basketball games you can go to, but Mayweather only fights twice a year. I
mean, okay, I'll give you another example. John Voight was there.
Huh?
John Voight, like my boy bought his car.
Yeah. But I'm like, I've never seen John Voight at any sporting event.
I don't know if anyone got that reference, but the episode of Seinfeld where George Costanza bought John Voight's car. The Chrysler LeBaron.
It's like,
was your boy Mario there? Was AC Slater there?
I don't think so.
Because he's a big boxing guy.
I thought he was a wrestler.
Dude, from what I heard, there were so many celebrities there. Even if he was, he probably could have slipped by unnoticed. Like there was like it was insane. I was listening to this one radio show.
I don't know about slipping by. That hair, man. You can't escape that hair. And those dimples.
AC.
Yeah. AC stands for air conditioner because he's gonna keep it cool. But you know what? With all the stuff that happened during the fight, I'm glad to report that there was no major hip hop artists gunned down after the fight.
Oh, Tyson was there. Sugar Shane Mosley was there. Mike Tyson was there.
Anyone was there, right? It was anyone who is anyone was there, right?
I mean, people who weren't necessarily anyone. I mean, there was celebrities that were being called out that I was like, who's that? Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they'd be like, oh, they were on this show or on that show. It's like just insane amount of people.
But what about
Ashley Greene was there, the chick from Twilight.
Really, Ashley Greene? Is she really a Twilight girl? I don't think so. I think you're getting your tweensters confused.
I don't know.
Who's about Twilight?
Let's go to our preteen expert at 150.
Actually, I've only watched one Twilight episode.
So who's Ashley Greene? She looks
Vancardy Volk.
And I don't know any of the names other than that Robert Pattinson dude and Kristen Stewart.
Oh, so we don't know who the hell Ashley Greene is. I know she was on Disney, I think, but she wasn't on Twilight.
Oh man.
But we'll do some research on that and clarify who the celebrity was in attendance.
But we have the hipster here. She can Wikipedia it.
Yes, we do need the hipster.
Ashley Greene was on Twilight.
Okay, thank you. Vindicated.
Was she?
Jim, how many episodes of Twilight have you watched?
I saw 2, but it's not like
Mankind Revolt.
Oh,
Man
Lisa
Carter folks.
that she was in Twilight.
I was like, I haven't seen a lot of Twilight, but I'm sure I recognize her from.
One Twilight is a lot of Twilight, man.
I refuse to watch that.
is the series over?
Yes.
Twilight's fine.
Thank God.
Oh,
Is that Ashley Tisdale that you're putting on your screen,
Twilight.
Mecca?
That's Ashley Green. She's
That's actually agree.
the one who was at the.
Oh, wait. I got clarification. She was Edward's psychic
But they
sister.
turned the last movie into 2 parts.
Oh.
That is
Alright,
Ashley.
well, oh, you know what? I was thinking Ashley Tisdale. I'm sorry.
Well, pay attention.
Who's Ashley
Ashley
Tisdale?
Tisdale.
Who is she?
Oh, okay.
Ashley Tisdale is Vanessa Hudgens' best friend.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Sam.
Don't they have a show?
Rapunzel! Give that man a medal.
I don't know. I don't want to know how you knew that, Stanton. The
They got a
highlight.
TV show, man. They got a TV show.
Was it on Disney Channel?
Nah, it's on E.
Oh, it's on E. Okay, my bad.
And if I had to pick, by the way, if I had to pick a Disney girl, Vanessa Hudgens would be mine.
If you had to, you want to.
Had to.
You want to.
I do want to, actually.
Hey, but
Glenn's
what's the
god sister, by the way. Maybe Glenn can hook you up.
Hey,
Is that
no,
really
no.
Glenn's god sister?
Hell yeah, fool.
From Selena. It's from Selena.
Hey, in all seriousness, how does the Disney roster look like right now for prepubescent girls?
Oh, man. Oh, no.
Hey, Brenda Song is in what the TV show Dads.
Everybody knows too.
Hey,
Oh.
remember Anne Hathaway? She was on the Disney Channel too, wasn't she?
Was she?
That was a
She
long.
was on
Princess
just the
Diaries.
movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw
She's the princess of Genovia, fool.
Nil knows.
Hey, she was living in Stan's hood or something, right?
Hey, she's
was
just
up
avid.
Connie's hood.
Mine
Yeah, Connie's hood.
She
Really?
filmed at our school where they found a dead body.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw Les Mis
Pretended they were on the-
over the weekend.
You saw who?
Les Mis, and that's the only reason I brought it up because she gave an outstanding performance, even though it didn't really show her in the most glamorous light. I think she gave a convincing performance as a down on her luck prostitute. So. The Diary. What is it? The Princess Diary will always have a soft spot in this guy's heart.
Hey, it's funny we didn't talk about one of the biggest sports stories over the weekend outside of actual sports, and that is your boy LeBron getting married in San Diego.
Yeah.
SoCal.
And supposedly Beyonce sang at his wedding after party or something. It was a 3-day affair. Supposedly.
I don't give a shit about Beyonce. I hate Beyonce. I'm sorry.
I mean,
No, we're just planning our trip to Vegas for Britney's concert.
oh, that's what I'm talking about.
She's doing a show? She's doing a full show, right, in Vegas. She signed a
What
contract.
shows?
Huh?
48 shows in 2 years.
48 shows is like less than Celine Dion, and she's getting paid less than Celine Dion, like
Well, of course, she's not as
370.
big as Celine. Come on, man.
What?
Celine was getting paid $575,000, and she's getting paid $378,000.
Celine sold out every single show she did. Every single one,
Yep.
regardless of what night it came on.
Hey guys.
Don't worry, Brittany will come through.
Guys.
I doubt it.
She has a lot of shows to go to.
Get out of here,
What
haters.
hotel is it at?
You know you guys want to go? That may be the only thing that will bring me back to Vegas. Brittany,
I want to go. It doesn't mean that she deserves more than Celine, though.
Hey,
Are we going?
Selena's overrated, fool.
hey. In all honesty, when Hairflips and Layups go to Arizona next year and we make our annual stop at Vegas, I think all dudes, meaning all of us, should catch a Britney Spears show.
Are we actually going to stay in Vegas, or are we just going to walk through Vegas?
I'm gonna meet you there. I'm gonna meet you there.
Because I think it's worthwhile to actually stay in Vegas if we can watch Brit perform. I like her old stuff.
Yeah, all I know is we're flying. I don't want to drive.
But that's what makes it an adventure, fool.
Brittany had like a desert extravaganza. She did it like 4 a.m. in the morning. She flew from the Palms Hotel. Did you guys hear about that? And then spent like over, I think it was 10 million or something, or around like either $500,000 and 10 million on this show, desert extravaganza, with like, it's almost like a circus thing to debut her album or some shit that's coming out. Thought you guys would be all over it. But it was on TMZ.
Does she have a new album coming out?
Yeah, she flew in by helicopter to this unknown location out in the boondocks. Was that?
She does have a new album out. She just released a new song. I forgot what it was called.
Wrecking Ball? No. Nobody knows about this.
Actually, she's gonna be performing at Planet Hollywood, which is like the B-list hotel of Vegas hotels.
Is it?
Yeah.
They got bed bugs, man.
Are you fucking serious? Oh.
Yeah.
Don't
Planet Hollywood.
published online, honey.
So you can
I'd rather
definitely.
go Bill's Gambling Hall than go over there.
Huh?
Bill's Gambling Hall. They redesigned it.
Oh yeah, they shut down Bill's.
Bill's hella old school, huh?
No, they're talking about Imperial Palace got redesigned.
No, Bill's got smashed down too.
Hey guys,
Not smashed down.
how about let's bring it back to the actual fight. Did anyone get a chance to see or like at least follow the fight? And how did it go? Was it one-sided or was it actual
One-sided.
you know?
Wish Merriweather knocked him out, but I knew he was going to win, so I didn't bother watching the fight.
I heard it was one-sided.
It was. Mayweather took him out, man.
Oh really?
I mean, I enjoy Mayweather fights because he's just so good. He's like the science, you know. He's the scientist when it comes to boxing, man. He just picked them apart.
Neil, he's the pretty boy. He's not the science.
Like he's the best. He's the prettiest at practicing the science of boxing.
I like how you turned that around. I like that.
He is pretty.
Money.
I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, he just dominated that fight. I mean, Canelo technically was a bigger fighter that time, but he just does. You know, like he basically made it a Mayweather fight. You know, he's probably one of the quickest boxers I've ever seen, best defensive boxer I've ever seen. And I mean, I've been watching boxing for like 20, 30 years already. You know, it's just like he's the best I've ever seen.
And he's 36 years old, so
Yeah,
that's
hella young. Hella young.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a fuck up. That's hella young.
Oh.
The Mexican governor actually gave props to Canelo after the fight.
I read like one of my alerts. What Ken Norton Sr. died today, I believe. Boxing great, boxing champ.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, everyone hold their thoughts right now. I want to see exactly what the hipster's doing. She's apparently washing dishes in the middle of the all-important podcast, and I'm going to have to call her out for that.
Those double shots.
Yeah, that's a double shot right there.
She's been doing that for a long time. Double shots.
Unanimous
Let's
vote.
get a vote going. Vote going right now.
Ah.
Misty should take the double shot for not paying attention to the podcast.
Triple.
Agreed.
Triple.
Oh, triple. No.
I have OCD. That shit.
Misty, it's unanimous. It's unanimous. You have to take one for the team. If you don't have any shots in front of you, you have to pour a half a glass of Robert Mondavi, which was our sponsor, and down it for half a glass right now in a wine glass, Misty, and down it in 5 seconds, please.
Mm-hmm.
No, you have to put it in a glass. We don't know if you're actually drinking it.
Yeah.
In the glass.
I'm drinking. I'm drinking.
Misty, in a glass. In a glass, please.
Topic, because I was actually listening how he's
Put
like,
it on the glass.
and stings like a bee, blah blah blah.
There's no like a butterfly.
Who's it talking about Muhammad?
That should be another shot.
For real.
Mayweather
I don't understand your history, John.
fucking Canelo.
Potato.
Governor came out and slapped him on his ass and said, "Oh, you're so pretty. I heard it all." Fucking A, dude.
All right, you know what? Robert Mondavi is getting a lot of exposure for free advertising here.
Because you know,
Hey, what about the referee or the controversy with the referee?
She got her.
the judge.
Yeah, the judge.
judge?
I'm sorry, the judge.
I heard about it, but I don't know nothing about it.
She stood by her scoring though.
And that the boxing commission also supported her.
Hey, can
What's the controversy?
Can someone speed us up exactly what the controversy was?
She basically judged it a draw, and if you watch the fight, it wasn't even close to a draw. Maybe you could give him like 2 rounds, maybe 2 rounds, at least through my eyes, because I'll go through there and I'll judge on my own. You know, I'll have my own scorecard. Maybe you can give him 2 rounds, but there's no way you can give Canelo 6 rounds.
Yeah, she awarded the fight a draw, and from everything that I've heard, it wasn't anything close to a draw.
Yeah.
No one knows what she was seeing, and supposedly it's the same lady that kind of like had crazy voting also when
With the Pacquiao fight?
Pacquiao fight. So it's pretty weird.
She
And
just
the
resigned.
boxing defended her, so it's tough. I've heard all kinds of like different kinds of trolls have been like saying all kinds of stuff online about talking about she was texting while the fight was on.
Hey, wouldn't it be cool if she actually tweeted?
Huh?
Wouldn't that actually be cool if she tweeted and her thoughts during the judging process and be like, damn, pretty boy is laying it out. Round 2. Follow me on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like, what if she actually did that? You think she'll lose her license?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it depends on what the rules are.
Step down.
Oh, she did?
She's not gonna be a judge no more.
But wouldn't that be cool though if you were actually like, say for instance, if you were a judge on like the X Factor or American Idol and it was a live show, to get more followers or whatever you have it, you give these like insights into your mind as to what you're thinking, right? Wouldn't that be cool? It gives a new meaning to like interactive TV.
I think we do that with the Pro
building
Bowl
on that,
now.
if you could pick a sport or an event where you could be a judge, which sport or event would you do?
That ribbon thingy in the Olympics.
Oh,
Ribbon gymnastics, fool.
musical.
Olympics. No,
Old
the
school, old
ribbon
school.
thingy, not
My boy,
gymnastics. It has to.
No, that's
my boy
ribbon
Will Ferrell.
gymnastics, Kim.
Old school, my boy Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
He got it. He got it. He got it.
That man.
Who else? Who else though?
I think the NFL does it.
I don't know,
with
that's
the Pro
tough.
Bowl.
I want to be a home plate umpire, fool.
Cause you don't have to move, you fucking lazy bum.
What are you fucking talking about? Have you watched Naked Gun, fool? I'd be hella doing the dance and shit. I would make the most elaborate
You call it
punch out.
strikeouts with energy, huh?
Hell yeah.
Making them up.
Like, I point to the fucking dugout and say, "Fucking watch that, fool."
What about you, Mac?
Man, I don't know. It's a tough one though. What I really don't know. If I had to judge a sport
Or event, whatever. If you want to be,
if it was an
you
event, hell yeah, it would be a beauty contest, a beauty pageant.
Hey, wait a minute! She's washing the dishes again. She didn't learn her lesson. Shot.
take another fucking shot.
Bring out the Robert Mondavi wine bottle, please. Misty, come here.
In a glass.
I can't help it. OCD.
Hey, we're trying to have a professional production here. We can't have our talent go wash dishes during the podcast.
Talent is subjective.
That's why she's a featured cast member.
Hey, Stan, what about you?
Probably NBA, so I could call all the traveling.
Speaking of NBA, KG was at the fight.
This was actually pretty funny. Speaking of KG, who was at the fight, he's now a member of the Brooklyn Nets, who Jason Terry is also a member of the Brooklyn Nets, but he's getting a tattoo that supposedly says BK. Shoot, I forgot what his tattoo was going to say, but Jason Terry is going to get a tattoo representing Brooklyn, which is kind of dumb.
Yeah, he's from Seattle. Stick with Seattle.
So Jason Terry left Boston and he's in Brooklyn?
Yeah, he was part of the trade. He was part of the KG trade.
Oh, he was?
Paul Pierce.
So it was 3? I didn't know. I thought it was just 2 of them.
No. It was 3 of those guys.
So they just offloaded the entire veteran staff then?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. What about you, fantasy expert? Who would you, or what, if you were judging or refereeing, what sport would it be?
I have no idea.
Your default answer should be fantasy referee, bro.
Wait, I don't know. Still lost.
Misty, come. What about you, Misty?
It would definitely be a sport where they're athletic and wearing tights, so it'd have to be water polo or wrestling.
I'll be a pro wrestler referee.
Russell, you'll be the special guest referee at WrestleMania. Why? Because you manhandle. You'll be able to handle yourself.
What's disturbing is Russell made his decision after Misty said somewhere where guys are wearing tights.
I just thought about it.
That's just kind of, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'll do the lingerie matches, man.
Hey, but no. Before we actually talk about anything else, I think Misty should pay up her
OCD.
Should we take another vote to see if she was going to?
Dude, I'm already in Minnesota. That's already bad enough. Okay, that's like I'm in Viking territory. So what the fuck?
For a $5 ticket. So podcast, I think she should take another podcast foul shot.
I do too.
I agree.
You could clean the cup after.
Hey, Misty, it's unanimous. You have to take another swig from that Robert Mondavi bottle, please. For the fans.
Looks like she's gonna bust out another bottle.
So while we wait for Misty to take a sip, actually put it in a glass, please. Put it in a glass.
Put it on a glass.
Put it in a glass.
All right. I mean, it's one thing to not pay attention, but to wash your dishes. How boring is this podcast, guys? Where someone prefers to clean dishes, wash dishes, instead of hearing Russell's silky voice.
What happens when you have OCD?
Hey, Misty, I'm drinking with you. Cheers. But you have to down it though. The difference is you have to down it. You have to down it.
That's what you get when you have a party foul.
Misty, just down it. Just like at what was that place that we went to in Pasadena? Mallards.
Hey, you guys gotta go Sharkies for Jello shots.
50, was it 50-50 or the Blind Donkey, or we went to a couple of spots. He down.
Oh, actually, you know what? I want to mention this spot.
Soda. Tell him to take a whole shot of that next time.
A shot of what?
The bacon ranch dressing soda pop, whatever the fuck you had.
Yeah, that's
after Duff beer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Misty actually got a can of Duff energy drink. It wasn't really beer, but it was Duff, man. And,
that's such a hipster thing, man. Taking all that shit and marketing it. If it's not even beer, what the hell kind of shit is that?
That's probably why Kim left it. It's okay. He didn't take it home or anything. So.
But I actually wanted to give a shout out to the restaurant that we went to over the weekend, Slater's 50/50. I don't know if you guys heard of this or heard of them.
No. Pay attention, Neil.
But it's actually pretty cool because they take it's a burger joint where they take 50% ground beef and they mash it up with 50% bacon. They combine it to make this like heavenly ratio of bacon to beef and make it into a burger. And then
that's the place that we were supposed to hit up, right?
Okay, road trip.
Came on to the OC.
That's my kind of place.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, so it's hella dope. It's hella dope. It's hella good.
It's really good. So for our listeners out there, if you're able to go to see Slater's, no relations to AC Slater. This
no,
is
it should be.
What?
No, it should be.
Everyone should be related to AC Slater because it'll make you that much cooler. But Slater's 50/50 gets a Hairflips and Layups thumbs up.
And if Slater's 50/50 is listening to this podcast, how about shipping us some burgers?
Burgers and bacon salt. Burgers and bacon salt. Burgers and bacon salt.
Holy crap. He was licking it off the floor.
All right, guys. We can start wrapping up the show right now. So let's just move on to our final thought or the finishers. Who wants to go first?
Misty. So before she while she's paying attention.
Hey, wait. No, she's texting right now. I think that deserves
a shot.
No!
Shot!
No. This is the Minnesota Vikings stadium that's going to get blown up. This is their last year in that stadium. It's like Candlestick, the Mall of America Stadium. That's going.
Okay, hey Misty, since you have the mic right now.
Minnesota license plate.
Misty, God damn it. Can you give us your final thoughts right now? On anything.
I feel for you Viking fans because your stadium's going to get blown up like Candlestick, but it's for the best. Let's just move on.
But don't the Vikings play at the Metrodome or wherever that's covered?
Yeah, the dome's going to be gone.
It's called the Homer Dome.
That gets blown up?
Yeah, it's going to get blown up and like the Candlestick, they're getting a new one. But they have a really nice stadium for Target Field for the baseball. It was built 2 years ago. And everything close to each other, so it's really nice. It's like a nice sports setup for sports fans. Anyway.
Why is their football stadium being blown up?
Because it's really old, like the Candlestick. So.
Right, it's a dome though, collapsed.
And
the roof collapsed, so
it's not, ready for like the snowfall or any kind of weather that's going to come through. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Interesting parallels. So I hate Vikings, but I feel for you. I get it. That's it. That's all we got. Anyway, Kim.
Double D.
So my final thoughts go to the NFL. I don't know if you guys, if anyone's noticed, but supposedly the NFL quietly urged most of their broadcasting partners to refrain from highlighting big hits. So basically, some of our favorite shows like Jacked Up on ESPN, or favorite segments on NFL-related shows like Jacked Up, where they highlight like the big hits from the week. The NFL supposedly quietly asked broadcast stations to like, so even when big hits happen during games, they asked them try to not like have it on heavy rotation and stuff like that. So if you guys noticed the last week's hit on what's his name?
Kaepernick?
No,
Or-
not Kaepernick. The other
Lacey?
one. Russell Wilson.
Wilson.
After he handed the ball off, I think they only showed it once after, and they moved on from there. And the NFL has actually tried to claim that they had nothing to do with it, and it was just the stations. But a whole bunch of stations just don't agree at the same time to not, go with that. So I just think it's kind of funny, ironic, and I wouldn't call it hypocritical, but considering the lawsuits that they've been through, and considering that football is a sport that is built off of violence, I just think it's a little funny and ironic. Those are my final thoughts.
Conflict of interest, man. I actually did not know that. The broadcasters, it's like a conflict of interest for them, and it's not, it's in their interest to get more viewers, but at the same time they want to make their partners happy, which is kind of a sellout. So, but I didn't know that. That's actually a good point. Stan or Russell, you want to go next?
Sure. Last week I beat 150 in fantasy baseball, and now I'm in the championship game.
Steroid user.
And I have no knowledge of baseball. I'm just being lucky right now.
Woo! Awesome.
Hopefully I'm in the lead against Andy, so hopefully I'll win this.
So let me get this straight. The key takeaway is, for anyone interested in fantasy sports, about their respective sport to do well, as Russell has stated. So don't be shy to sign up for a fantasy league that friends have been trying to get you to join, because, again, it takes fucking jack talent. If this, no talent.
Call him Bill Jackson. He's a two-sport expert.
Oakland Athletics.
Two-time.
As league commissioner, I do not acknowledge this champion.
I have one more week to.
Neil or Neil or Stan, you guys want to go next? If not, I'll go.
Stan.
I want to just hope Steve Francis got out of jail. He was at some kind of club with Steven Jackson in attendance too. I think Steven Jackson was throwing a party, and there's a video going around of Steve Jackson choking Steve Francis in the neck.
He's choking another person.
I love Steve Jackson. I love Captain Jack.
Captain Jack.
The captain, he's real. He'll fuck you up.
When keeping it real goes wrong, as my boy Dave Chappelle said, when keeping it real goes wrong.
So in the video, Steve Francis ends up leaving in cuffs. So hopefully he's made his way out of jail.
All right, hey Neil, I'll let you finish it up. I'll go next. A lot of us read a lot of articles online about sports and any other stuff, lifestyle, tech, and all that stuff. And really, no one cares about the actual article themselves. They scroll all the way down to the comment section, and this is where things are always interesting. People seem to have three balls in the comment section. They threaten people. They talk a big game. There's no limits. It's not like if I saw someone in person, I would have some restraint. But people hide behind these keyboards and these message boards, and they talk so much shit as if they're untouchable. But I think that's pretty interesting because oftentimes the articles themselves suck. So that highlights a lot of the hatred in America, which I absolutely love, because there's a lot of entertainment value to come out of it. We talk about user-generated content, and if you go to any message board out there, any comment section, I can guarantee you can waste your day just reading about retarded comments as it relates to sports, tech, or lifestyle. Anyone who hasn't done that, I think they should definitely try it out. It's a good hobby. 150.
Well, before I get to my final comment, I just want to say that tomorrow is Talk Like a Pirate Day, so it's Wednesday, and I have yet to step onto ESPN. I actually handled a lot of the back end stuff for the podcast. You know, I set up the agenda. I actually put it up on my YouTube site, but I just couldn't do it this week. And I've always wanted to do stuff in sports, but what's really hindered me from doing sports is that I love my teams too much. So when the Giants lose, or when the Warriors lose, and especially when the Niners lose, I just can't look at sports. And that's been one of the things that's always held me back, is that loving sports really hurts. And that's my final comment.
Everybody hurts.
Hey, you forgot the Steelers, man.
Sometimes everybody cries.
Like the Browns, but they get first pick next year.
Alright, guys, so that about wraps it up for this week's show. We want to thank, as always, Double D, the hipster, 150, fantasy football expert, and of course the high life Stan.
Keep it lit.
And until next time, enjoy your 6-pack of Zima, who happens to be our official sponsor for this episode.
Oh man!
Signing off.
Sponsors are still coming out the woodwork.
Signing off. Much love. Hairflips and Layups. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. Download the podcast or stream it on YouTube. So much love, and we'll see you next week. Peace.